Good morning, afternoon, or evening, y'all. My name is Shannon, and I feel like redoing my bookshelves. I know. I literally just made a video about redoing my bookshelves at the beginning of January, but while I love the shelves that are out there, I do not like the shelves that are in here right now, because let me show you guys. So this is all fantasy up here, then there's romance and literary fiction, and then thrillers, which is like fine, but I haven't read a literary fiction book in months, and I haven't read a thriller book in months, and honestly, I have no inclination to read any of these romance books right now, so like there's no point in me having these books on my shelves at the current moment. And I didn't realize how much of a predicament I was putting myself in until I filmed my TBR video for February, but I was consistently going out to the shelves in the living room next to my desk to get a book instead of the books on here, and that seemed kind of like counterproductive. So I think I want to try to have the most anticipated reads on this shelf and kind of have the shelves out there displayed like my favorite books and just like other books. So that's the endeavor we're going to be trying to accomplish today. I already have like all of these books that are facing outward right here. These are all of like some of my favorite books of all time. So these will all definitely be going out there. Let's just get started. I'm probably going to be watching YouTube while we're doing this, just to let you guys know. These are going to go upstairs. Oh yeah, let's just talk about where I keep books in my house. So we have this shelf right here. We have the cube storage in the area next to my desk. And then we have just like stacks of books upstairs in a room where I didn't feel the need to like display them, and either that or I just didn't think I was going to get to them in the near future, so they're just upstairs. So I may also be getting some books from up there to bring down here and bringing some books up there as well.
Yeah, some of those will be nice.
Don't kill me, but I think I'm going to be unhauling this series, the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the first two books, but I literally DNF'd the last book because she just completely changed her entire moral compass. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. These are the mystery thriller books I'm going to be keeping in here. All the other ones are just gonna go upstairs. I will probably bring this back out when it's closer to the summer, but I'm definitely not gonna get rid of it because this story and the idea of it really resonates with me, especially since I grew up in the Baltimore area. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really on the fence about whether or not I would like to get rid of this book because I just DNF'd The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna because I found it immensely triggering, and this seems like there may be a similar aspect from that book in this one, so I'm a little nervous, but I think I'll just put it upstairs for the time being. the best romance book in the entire world. I will die on this hill. Okay, we got the first 2 ones done. I managed to get rid of an entire shelf, so I'm feeling pretty good. Let's move up. I think I'm going to be getting rid of In the Weeds, Mixed Signals, and Funny Feelings. The first 2 are by B.K. Borson, the second's by Tara DeWitt. They just didn't hit. I mean, they were good. They were like cute little fluffy romances, but I wouldn't rate them higher than 3 stars. And I just don't know if that's something I need on my shelves. I'm really trying to embrace the whole minimalism, not buying stuff I don't need, which is honestly something I never thought I would say with reference to books, because I used to be kind of obsessed with buying and collecting books, and I probably spent so much money throughout the years on books that I didn't even have an inclination to read. I just thought it sounded good, and so I bought it for no apparent reason. So I'm really trying to not do that and to just have like quality books on my shelves, or like quality to me, I should say. And that's why I'm trying to not really buy books unless I'm heavily anticipating them or like have a burning passion to read, which I feel like has led me really well so far this year, because I only rated, I think, 1 book 3 stars last month. Although I did DNF too, but I'm unhauling them because they don't serve me. I don't need them on my shelves. Anywho, yeah, sorry about that tangent. Okay, now for the fantasy shelf. I don't imagine I'll be moving many of these books because fantasy is my primary genre. So I imagine I will want to keep them back here, but just in case. Yeah, these are all going to stay put. Now it is time to move specific books upstairs, and then we'll start looking at my shelves in the living room. Sorry if I'm talking loud right now, my headphones are on. Hey guys, so as you may notice, I am in a different outfit. That is because it is the next day, because I got very distracted and I'm in a bit of a depressed mood, so I didn't really want to get out of bed again. Anywho, we're now in front of my bookshelves in the living room. My desk is literally right there, and I'm so excited to be going through these. If you guys watched my video where I built these shelves, I actually really love the way these shelves look right now, but I do want to enjoy my shelves in my husband and my bedroom more, so I realize this needs to happen. So I'm just gonna get started. I'm probably gonna be moving books that I am most heavily anticipating reading back there, and I'm gonna be putting some of my favorite books in here. So I still love these shelves, it's just gonna be not so much a TBR shelf kind of thing, you know? So let's just get started. I honestly think, okay, I didn't put this on my TBR for this month, but I honestly think I may end up reading this book this month because the second book in the series comes out at the beginning of March. So, we'll see. But this is gonna come in there. All of Sarah J. Maas's books are definitely coming in there. Or at least all the ones I haven't read. God, she likes to write a long book, doesn't she? And in its place is going to be Aquawar and my other hardcovers. This is actually my favorite book in the ACOTAR series. I absolutely adore this book. These books are definitely coming out because I didn't really love Caraval when I read it this month, and I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna finish the series. Light Lark can come back there. The Legendborn series is gonna come back there. I think this is gonna come back there as well. The Foxglove King's coming back. Babel is coming back. I think Lessons in Chemistry and Where the Crawdads Sing are coming back. Poppy War is definitely coming back. Ruthless Vows and The Final Strife are coming back. Fate Inked in Blood is coming back. And then these 3 books are coming back. Oh god. I feel like that's a lot to pull out. And I don't know how much room I have back there right now. Ooh, I want this coming back. Sorry. Okay. Now it's time to put books in. So sorry, my battery died. I have no idea how much we just lost, but let's get back into it. I feel like I took too many books out, and now I don't have enough in here. I don't know. Let's move these books back there, see if we even have enough room for all of these books back there, and we'll go from there. This is what we're working with. As we saw yesterday, I decided to just pull out my chair just so that I didn't have to like be on my knees for all of this, because that definitely would hurt my knees after a while. I'm definitely going to try to incorporate some more books up here on this stack on top of these books, just so I can make like the absolute... If you can hear my dogs playing, don't pay any mind to that. That's just how they sound. And then I think down here is definitely going to be mostly Sarah J. Maas. Or maybe down here. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just get started. I'll stop yapping and we can see what we come up with. Also, I have no idea if Barnes & Noble has plans to release a Flame and Shadow edition like this, but if they don't, I'm going to be so pissed off. Cool, that only took like half a shelf. I thought it was gonna take way more space. Now that most of this is filled, I'm honestly shocked I didn't take too many books from the living room, because I really thought I took too many and there wouldn't be enough space here. But I'm gonna look through these books up here, see if I want to bring any of them down, because I haven't really looked at these books in so long. I think I want to bring the Bone Shard series down. Same goes for like all of these books actually. It's the Atlas 6 trilogy and Feybound by Sarah El Arifi, who wrote the Final Strife series as well. I think I'm also going to bring Divine Rivals down so it can be with Ruthless Vows down here. I'm not even going to lie to you guys, I completely forgot the Addicted / Calloway Sister series was up there. My hardcover of Axif is gonna go out there behind Apple War. Have a little space in here and a little space in the shelves next to my desk, so I think I'm gonna take you guys upstairs so we can see if there are any books I would like to bring down that I either love that I just haven't had the space for, or anything like that. So let's go up there. If you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, you would know this space. This used to be my massive library. I literally had 8 bookshelves in here and they were all pretty much filled to the gills, but this is what it has turned into. I do have an entire video of me like creating this book wall. It literally went up like a month ago, but yeah, I'm just gonna start going through them. Like, a lot of the books behind here and on this stack are all thrillers and mysteries, and like, that is absolutely my least read genre. I maybe read like 5 in 2024, and I honestly could probably get rid of a lot of them, but it just feels so wasteful because I spent so much money on all of these books, and I know I literally spoke about it earlier about how I'm trying to like have less books and be more of a minimalist, only really have books I really love and or think I'm going to really love. It just feels so wasteful to get rid of so many books. There really aren't a lot of books I feel the need to bring downstairs. I literally only brought 5 books from upstairs down here, but I thought I'd show you them anyway. I brought The Priory of the Orange Tree and A Day of Fallen Night, both by Samantha Shannon. This was the original book in this series, and this is a prequel. I know these are like considered epic fantasy, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm really intimidated by these books because of that and because of how monstrous in size they are. While there are some people that recommend reading this book first, a lot of people also recommend reading A Day of Fallen Night first because it provides a lot of background and world building and is a really good book to read leading into A Priory of Orange Tree. Leading into The Priory of the Orange Tree, although I do think these are like centuries apart in terms of timeline. But the other TBR book I brought down is Project Hail Mary. I've had this book for years, never read it, and I'd like to finally get around to reading it, so I brought it down here. And then for my favorite shelf out there, I have Iron Flame and Fourth Wing. I do love this series, so I just thought I'd bring the books down. Okay, these shelves behind me are done, so I thought I'd show you them before I finish out the favorites / TBR shelf out there. So let's show you that. So up on the top we just have some books that wouldn't fit elsewhere, and then down here we obviously have a lot of fantasy that I would like to read. This is my primary genre right now. And then down here, obviously, we have some more fantasy, and most of these are hardcovers in this row. I just thought it would be easier, and I also just like how it looks with the spread out painted edges. And then down here, we have, surprise, surprise, more fantasy,
And we have the Sarah J. Maas area, the Deadly Scalmance, the Moonfall series, Samantha Shannon's books, and the Atlas Six and Feybound. And then down here is definitely the most eclectic shelf. We have some nonfiction, thrillers, romance, and then behind the romance are classics. But I'm not going to move them just to show you them. Now let's just go finish the shelves out there. A close-up of these shelves. So if you guys watched my redoing my bookshelves video from the beginning of January, some of this won't look too different to you, but we have a little literary fiction area. Then we have, again, the Sarah J. Maas section, although this time it's been replaced by ACOTAR instead of Crescent City and Throne of Glass. We have a little more romance now, and these are some of my favorite romance books ever, although I haven't read Crazy Stupid Romance. And then we have more fantasy that I haven't read. These are just some more on my TBR. Again, we have some more fantasy that's just on my TBR. Same goes for this one, just more fantasy on my TBR. And then this little area is definitely some of my favorite fantasy books of all time. I just read Blood of Hercules for the first time. I rated it 6 stars and I read it 2 times in January. So yeah, I love all these books. And then we have some more fantasy from my TBR. Then this is a mix of romance I have and have not read. Obviously, Finding and Keeping 13 are some of my favorite books of all time. Then again, we have a mix of TBR and favorites where we have Fourth Wing and A Broken Blade, which are both books I love, and then the other ones are just books I haven't read yet. Then down here, again, we have a little more romance, and these are some of my favorite romance books. Like, Magnolia Park series is probably my favorite series of all time. And then Pride and Prejudice, which is my favorite romance book of all time. Funny Story, and Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. And then down here we just have some more, like, fantasy, miscellaneous kind of TBR. But yeah, I am really happy with how all of this came out. I'm so happy, particularly with how the shelves back there turned out, especially how they were in the beginning. I didn't like how they looked. There were so many books I'm not really inclined to read or didn't love when I did read them on there. So I'm just so happy. And I sincerely hope you guys enjoyed this. If you stayed this long into the video, I cannot thank you enough. I appreciate each and every single one of your beautiful faces. I hope you all are having an absolutely incredible morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!